So when we come to talk about as-sawm or as-siyam, known as fasting, in the Arabic language, linguistically, the definition of fasting is to abstain. The legislative definition is to abstain from things that break your fasting, such as eating, drinking, or being intimate, etc., from the break of dawn till sunset with, and this is a very important condition, with the intention of worshiping Allah. Because you might refrain from eating and drinking because you want to go on a diet. So this is not fasting. The actual fasting in Islam is to do this for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. Now, the virtue of fastings are many. Among them, the Hadith Al-Qudsi, where Allah Azza wa Jal says, all what the son of Adam does is for himself, except for fasting, as this is for me and I reward for it. Meaning the intention of fasting is for Allah Azza wa Jal. Other deeds, people could see you, bow and prostrate, except fasting. This is solely for Allah Azza wa Jal. No one knows if I went to the toilet and drank water, or I ate when people were not looking. And the Prophet ﷺ tells us as well in this hadith that the smell of the mouth of a person who's fasting is greater and more beautiful at the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal on the Day of Judgment than the smell of musk. And that a person who's fasting in this dunya, he has two reasons to rejoice and be happy. One, when he breaks his fasting, and the second is when he meets Allah on the Day of Judgment with such a beautiful worship. Also, the Prophet tells us, alayhi salatu wasalam, that there is a gate, one of the 8 gates of Jannah. We know that Jannah, paradise, has 8 gates, and hellfire has 7. So the Prophet tells us, alayhi salatu wasalam, that there is a gate in Jannah called Ar-Rayyan, and only those who used to fast in this dunya would be admitted from it, no one else. And once they enter from it, it is closed, so no one else would come through it. And the fasting has 3 types of patience that can be combined in it. And these 3 types are as follows. Number 1, to be patient on doing what pleases Allah. In order to pray Fajr early in the morning, you need patience. In order to refrain from eating and drinking while it's hot and you're hungry and thirsty, you need patience. So this is number 1. Number 2 is patience in refraining from disobeying Allah. Everyone is tempted, and in order to stop yourselves from such temptation to do haram, then you need patience. And this is what a person who's fasting is doing when he refrains from what Allah has prohibited upon him to do. Number 3 is patience in accepting Allah's divine decree. So if I lose a child, I have to be patient. This is Allah's decree. If my house is damaged, I have to be patient. If I have a car accident. And likewise, a person who's fasting, when he feels the pinch of hunger and thirst, being tired, being sort of down due to the fact that he's not eating or drinking, this is Allah's divine decree upon him, and he is patient and accepting and embracing this, because he remembers that Allah Azza wa Jal says, indeed the patient will be given their reward without account. And this is again one of the virtues of fasting. Now, there are conditions, and one of the great conditions of fasting is that you have to have the intention to fast. And we're talking about obligatory types of fasting, which we will come to discuss later on, because there are obligatory, mandatory types of fasting, and there are voluntary fasting. For the voluntary fasting, if you don't intend to fast and wake up at 11 a.m. while you did not have anything that may impact your fasting, you did not drink, you did not eat, you were not intimate with your spouse after the break of dawn till 11 o'clock without any intention of fasting, and you wake up and you say, it's only like 5-6 hours to sunset, might as well let me continue to fast for the sake of Allah. This involuntary fasting is valid. And the Prophet used to do this, alayhi salatu wasalam. He used to go for Fajr prayer, come back midday, and then ask his wife, do we have any food? If she says no, he says, then I'm fasting. This is voluntary fast. Mandatory and obligatory fast must have the intention to fast before that, meaning at night time, because the Prophet ﷺ said that deeds are judged by intention, or actions are but by intentions. And Allah Azza wa Jal says, so now have relations with them and seek that which Allah has decreed for you, and eat and drink until the white thread of dawn becomes distinct to you from the black thread of night. Meaning that you must refrain, but have the intention of fasting before the break of dawn. Now, a lot of the folks make a frequent mistake, and they think that having the intention at night means that before I go to bed, like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock p.m., I have to have the intention. If I go to bed without having this intention, then I cannot fast a mandatory fast the following day. Though I woke up before Adhan of Fajr by a couple of minutes, and I did have the intention, which is wrong. When we say you have to have the intention before the break of dawn at night, this means that from sunset till the break of dawn, this is all considered night. If you had the intention to fast the following day at any given time, this is a valid intention. If you did not intend to fast except few seconds before the break of dawn, before the adhan of Fajr, your intention is valid. You do not have to verbalize it. You don't have to say, I intend to fast tomorrow to make up for a missed day of Ramadan. No, the intention is in the heart. It's like when you want to get into a car. Do you pause for a second and say, I intend to open the door of the car? Or you just get in? Of course, you just do it, as they say. Likewise, your action can be an intention. So if you wake up half an hour before the break of dawn, before the adhan of Fajr, and you eat your pre-dawn meal, or you prepare a glass of water to drink so that this would be your suhoor, then this does the job, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.